Hi, hello. That's right, the AI voice is back. Eat my shit. Anyways, as I said in the first video, here's the third installment in my Love Wisdom series, Unrequited Love. So let's talk about it. Unrequited love is not just about people. It's about anything in your life that you really want, but it just doesn't want you back. And that's why it's an abundance issue. Like when you experience pain from unrequited love, it's an abundance issue. If love does not come to you through one person or one thing, it will find its way to you through something else. I know that doesn't really explain the whole unrequited love as a whole abundance issue yet, because you can't wait, can you? Let me explain, all right? Everything on this planet is just channeling love into the planet. And if you are not receiving love from something, it's because that thing is not meant to love you. And you will probably see 10 years in the future, you will most likely say, oh my God, I am so glad that did not happen with that one person, or I am so glad I did not get that career. But on the contrary, when things usually do not work out, we convince ourselves that this was it. This was the best I was ever going to get. There's nothing better than this, which is insane because the world is literally massive. But I get it why most people think that way. We just really want things to work out with that one person. I think about it. There are billions of people, infinite possibilities, and somehow your brain goes, yeah, this one emotionally unavailable person is the peak. And of course, when I discuss unrequited love, I am not just referring to people who you love but they do not love you back, but I am talking about like careers that you want to do and things you want to do in life but they don't love you back. It is an abundance issue because you think that's as good as you're going to get. You think that the person you like is the end all to be all, and you could never ever find someone who is that good and that great and loves you back. The world is limitless. The world is infinite, where anything can happen. Also, I do not speak of such words because I pulled them out of my ass, but rather because I have been there. It's like being a bee sitting on a plastic flower, and everyone around you is like, dude, move, there is no pollen there. And you're just like, no, I can fix this. You cannot fix this, it's fucking plastic. And the reason you stay stuck is simple, because you think that's as good as it gets. You think that if this does not work out, nothing will. So you hold on harder, you try more, you give more, and get absolutely nothing back. If we sat down, every member of humanity, all 8 billion of us, and we all told our individualized story, I can guarantee you every single thing that each of us think could happen has already happened with another person. So if the possibility of it existing once means it could exist again within our lives, right? So when I say that it's an abundance issue, having unrequited love and not being able to let go of the love of that person, it's because there's this idea in your head that this is the best you can get. But here's the thing that no one likes hearing. If it is not in your life, don't force it. There has never been a time in my life where I wanted something. I wanted a person, I wanted that toy, and there was also an equal amount of reciprocation from them that something actually did work out. Because with unreciprocated love, you're not meant to love 120%. You're meant to love 50. And that feels weird. I gotta say, that feels very, very weird. Yeah, feels illegal, doesn't it? Especially if you're the type of person who feels deeply, loves intensely, gets obsessed easily. But that intensity, that is not how it is supposed to feel. You are supposed to be loved back, even by your job, even by your environment, even by the hobbies and the things that you do. There is an act of reciprocation. And the very essence of the word unreciprocated love means that it wasn't love in the first place. Everything I have loved with 120% intensity, wherein I threw myself into, that I did not care if I received anything back, careers, activities, cities, people, it was great at first, and then I burnt out, and then my heart got cold and bitter because I got what I wanted, but I could not keep it. And the thing is that I told myself that there is no other fish in the sea. There's nothing I am ever going to feel like this way towards ever. And then, sure enough, little fishies came swinging and swimming along, and then I was like, oh, how did I ever think that those things I loved in the past were right for me? I think we often romanticize the idea of loving someone else, but we never romanticize being loved ourselves. We don't think about being chosen, being appreciated, being seen. We just focus on how much we can give, which is a terrible strategy. I have had moments where I looked at people like they were the sun, and they looked at me with this emptiness in their eyes that just screamed one question: who are you? And that is absolutely not the way it is supposed to be. You have found something you loved that teaches you something about yourself. If someone else is not loving you, it means they are not learning anything from you. There is nothing interesting they find about you. Love is reciprocation, and if it is not reciprocated, it is not love. It is attachment, it is hope, it is you trying to make something work. You know when you're loved, but you just don't know how to accept it. And you know that you're not being loved right now, but you're accepting it. There are other fish in the sea, and I know that is a very stereotypical thing to say in a video about unrequited love, but there are simply other fish in the sea, man. Everyone I have known who has ever gone through a horrible relationship or a horrible career, or they lived in a city they thought was their dream city and then it ate them alive, they moved on and they found better. And they're like, oh, I cannot even believe that I used to be in that relationship with that fucking person. You have created a false ceiling in your mind that they are the only thing. It is the only thing in an infinite universe. Because when I was in love with this person, I thought that this individual is all I have got in the entirety of the world. And I never want this person to go anywhere. And I must solve all of this person's issues before I solve any of mine. And of course, there's grief there. Whenever you lose something that you love, you are grieving something that is still alive, but you can no longer think of as living because it is not living in your life anymore. And to grieve is the healthiest way to let go. But I look back at those years of my life and I was like, why did I slave away and obsess so deeply about something that just beat me to the ground? But then I found things wherein what I gave came back. Not perfectly, but enough. And it felt different. It felt right. And that is when it clicked. It is okay to want to be loved back. It is okay to say, this isn't meeting me halfway. I feel unseen. I feel drained. And then you pick that shitty, broken self of yours and get the fuck back up. And you will walk away even though you hold all the love in your heart you have for that person, because you know for a fact that to be loved is to be loved back. It is not a one-way street. It is not demanding, and it is not asking too much of you. It is refueling you. It is guiding you. It is helping you. It is making you grow. But some of you are here begging for the bare minimum and calling it love. Stop that. We romanticize starvation so much that we think if we just give ourselves endlessly, something will come out of this. If something is not meant for you, then I swear to God, the universe will put roadblock after roadblock after roadblock in between you and that thing or person. You are protected endlessly, yet you do not listen, exercise your fucking free will, and then wonder why your heart is broken. Sometimes there are signs and signals that something is not right. Sometimes you pour yourself into something and you get nothing back. And sometimes it is okay to walk away from that. It is okay to say that I want to be loved back in the same way that I love. I want what I put into this to come back to me. I do not want to burn myself out trying to love something that will never be there for me. That is okay. That is completely okay. It is okay to prioritize yourself, and it is okay to say that I will love, and I will grieve, and I will walk away. I will not be begging for something that should be given effortlessly, unconditionally, and continually. Love is an abundant thing, and if I can't find it here, I will go somewhere else. As much as I do not want to, I will walk away. And that's something you gotta practice, because that is what I have done. I have loved and tried, and I lost everything multiple times. People, friends, family, places, everything. All my dreams, everything I ever could have hoped to be. And you know what? I spent a year grieving, and then I got back up on my feet, slapped myself, dusted myself off, and told myself, let me try something else. And that is exactly what I did. And I found other things that were unreciprocated in the love that gave back. And then I found some things that did love me back, that cared, that showed up, that promised, that gave me back what I put into it. And I was like, oh, these are the things that are meant to stay in my life to support me along my path. These are the people I want in my inner circle. Wow, this is what returned love is supposed to feel like. I am no longer returning to that place where I beg for the bare minimum from everything in my life and then wonder why I feel unloved. I only go where I am treated fairly, and that is not an egotistical thing to say. That is self-care, and that is self-love. Rip yourself away from the things that are not loving you back. Leave. Do not stay. Do not stay where you are begging and hungry, because I guarantee you there is a feast out there somewhere for you. Go find it. Find yourself.